it is maybe 4 days on 15 week.
Yeah.
And we have updates for the baby. Baby is as big as an orange. A navel orange, whatever kind of orange that is. You probably can't feel it yet, but baby's squirming a ton. Baby might even be hiccuping in there. Baby's making lots of progress. The joints and limbs can all move now. The average fetus at 15 weeks weighs 2.5 ounces and measures 4 inches, and baby's proportions are becoming even more normal, since his or her legs now outmeasure the arms. While baby's moving a ton on the inside, you might be moving a ton between the sheets. Now that you're at 15 weeks, you're probably feeling very high energy, and that means high libido too. Symptoms during week 15, like nosebleeds, stomach issues, and swollen gums. So if you're not feeling up to sex, it's completely understandable. Amber has been like not being able to sleep as much anymore. I feel like since she was feeling like really sleepy when she was dealing with the first, we're still in the first trimester, right?
No, now we're in the second.
Okay, since she was dealing with the first trimester, she was feeling really tired, and you know, all the hormones were everywhere, and now everything's like calmed down a bit, so her energy levels went way up, and I feel like that's giving her a hard time sleeping. But we're getting through it, and she's doing good. It's better than, you know, her sleeping all the time. So this is how the baby looks. He looks more baby-like every day. You can see that his legs are, or her legs are like way longer, so now it's looking more proportional. But let's see what this says. Here by the eye. While baby's eyes will remain fused shut for several months, he or she can now sense light. Wow. Oh, baby is practicing the art of breathing by inhaling and exhaling amniotic fluid. I think he's been doing that though. Elbows and knees. Baby has started bending his or her limbs, which I didn't even know that the baby wasn't folding his limbs. This whole time I thought he was. Baby can now move all of his or her limbs, and drum roll, baby's legs are finally growing longer than the arms. That's what the baby's doing. You want to share anything?
Oh, I haven't been throwing up. I've been feeling nauseous though, and smells are still like affecting me really badly. I feel bloated all the time.
Yeah.
And I get headaches every day. They usually would happen like around 2 o'clock. And so I'm like, oh, it's that time again. I get the headache. But they've been kind of all over the place now. But I still get them. Oh, like she said earlier, like I have a hard time sleeping. Like I'm tossing and turning. And I go pee a lot still.
I thought that once we got pregnant, everything would be just rainbows. Yeah, and now that we are pregnant, like we're scared of every little thing that happens. So I think that's how everyone is though, just stay cautious and stuff. But we thought the baby bump wasn't growing anymore, so we were like really confused. But then we noticed that like her hips were like more wide because her pants, like before, like the first thing that happened when her belly started, like her bump started growing, is her hips. Like her hips like felt like they got bigger, so her pants weren't fitting even though the bump wasn't there, which was really weird. She still weighed the same, so we were like, what's going on? So we're like, oh, your hips are moving out, because I think that's what happens when you get pregnant. I'm not sure. But that's what happened. And then now we notice that it doesn't feel like the bump is growing because it's growing to the sides. And I just always thought it'd be like a little belly and then grow from there up, but it's going from down there up in a way where it shows like it's getting hard on the sides of her, not her hips, but like the front area of her belly. And her like, baby chunk is getting stretched out, so it doesn't look as hanging, if that makes any sense.
Instead of being like a big ball in the front, how it started off, it's like it's still that little ball that was there, but it feels like the ball got smaller, but it like went more around.
But that's the effects and how it's going for us in 15 weeks. In a couple of days we will be 16 weeks, and we'll share what goes on there with you guys. Hey guys, so I know it's been crazy and we said we're gonna upload, which I'm almost caught up, have another video, but we're gonna skip week 16 because that's when we talked to you guys on the live. Then we talked a little bit about that day, that week on there, so you guys can check it out. But I'm gonna skip to week 17, which is where we are right now, August 24th, and just upload this video so that way we can be caught up already. Amber's sleeping, I'm editing, and I need to make sure I get this video up because I just need to be caught up already. We have another video coming up about tips and tricks for the first trimester, So be ready for that video, guys, once I get time to edit. Life is crazy right now, and we are trying, we're working a lot to pay for this baby shower that's coming up. But yeah, I also talked to Amber about getting a P.O. box open. That way you guys, if you guys want, you guys can send us letters. Anyways, that way if you guys want to send us any letters, any gifts for baby, anything like that, you guys are able to, if you guys want to. You guys definitely do not have to. I just thought it would be fun. And if we do get some stuff, I do want to open them on camera and do like a little mail P.O. box opening for you guys, so you guys can see our reactions. But anyways, back to what I was doing. Baby is as big as a pomegranate on week 17, which is 5.12 inches and 5.9 ounces. Baby's rubbery cartilage is now turning to bone, and baby's growing some meat on those bones, putting on some fat. Baby's growing stronger, thinner umbilical cord too. Baby's continues to beef up. Now baby's about 5.1 inches long and weighs about 5.9 ounces. Try not to get freaked out by the numbers on your scale. At 17 weeks, baby's working on getting stronger and your body's working on getting bigger. That means putting on some pounds, and we hate to break it to you, getting some stretch marks. Make sure you document your growing bump by taking lots of photos. You'll also want to start figuring out some plans, like whether or not you're going to find out baby's gender. You should be able to soon. And what kind of childbirth class you'll like to take. Probably feeling a little nervous. After all, you're at week 17. That's almost halfway there, and there's still a lot left to do. Chill. You'll get it done. Just remember not to try to do it all yourself. Ask for help. We are going to figure out the gender here in a bit. We're 17 weeks and we find out on 20 weeks. We're going to have a gender reveal, so be tuned for that video. About the pregnancy classes, we are going to sign up for pregnancy classes. We just have to figure out how. And if we find really cool information, we will let you guys know how the pregnancy classes are going and what we learn and stuff like that, to share the tips with you guys. So this is how baby looks in 3D. So let's get right in. Sure, baby emerges from the womb all gums, but this week he or she is developing teeth, buds under the gums. Alright, let's see what's going on there. Baby's heartbeat is now being regulated by the brain. It beats twice as fast in an adult's resting heart rate, but 150 beats per minute. Wow. Baby's plumping up thanks to body fat. By birth, baby's body fat will make up 2/3 of his or her weight. So yeah, that's baby. Growing strong, like a cutie. Now I remember what I was gonna share with you guys about the stretch marks. She's not getting stretch marks because she was a little chunky, so her belly, like her muffin top, I don't know, like her chunk is like getting stretched out, so it's not hanging as much. So that's the only difference that she's getting, and she's not gaining any weight. So I don't know what's going on, but she has when it was like the first trimester, she lost a couple pounds because she wasn't keeping much down, but then she got better because the doctor said if it doesn't work, she's gonna have to take vitamins so that way she can keep food down. But now she's still puking sometimes, like barely any, not anything close to what she was doing. She hasn't gained any weight, so we'll see. We'll let you guys know when she starts gaining weight. We will probably show you guys a baby bump update next week, week 18, because it's finally showing up and it's really cute. So we'll show you guys then. Right now Amber is sleeping, so I can't wake her up because I can't wake up the pregnant, because you just can't. I have to make sure she gets her sleep, because if she doesn't, it's not gonna be a good day. She's still getting the headaches every day, but we told the doctor and that seems to be normal around second trimester. Still has her energy, so she's having trouble sleeping sometimes. We never really updated you guys on how the last appointment went, which was like 2 days ago, and that one was like crazy simple. All we did was go in to the hospital, and she peed like she normally does. They told her she has to go pee every time she goes in, and then the doctor came in and heard her heartbeat and said the heartbeat's there, it sounds good, you're good to go. So that's all we did. Like, that's literally all we went to go do, was she went to go listen to the heartbeat. And then she signed us up for a high risk ultrasound, which really caught us off guard why it was high risk, and we didn't really ask because we thought it was just called high risk because of IVF. But I asked some friends that are also pregnant during this time, and they said that they had to go through that too. I guess when you go find out the gender, they also go and measure every organ and everything the baby is, so that way they know every baby's developing correctly. So that's why it's called high risk, or maybe they call it high risk because it's a specific type of ultrasound that the nurses need to know about, so that they can set it up because it's at a specialty clinic separate from the clinic that we go to. So that's what we're going to be doing in like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, we'll definitely document that for you guys, and pray that baby is doing perfectly fine, is growing perfectly fine, and will be perfectly healthy. So pray for us, and we will see you guys then. I'll also insert a clip of when we heard baby's heartbeat at home. I'm sorry if this video is long, but you guys, it's hard. Life is hard, and we're gonna try to get back on track. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Okay guys, listen to this. So me and Amber got this little thing way back when she was like, I think 12 weeks. And we were trying to hear the heartbeat, but her bump wasn't as big, and I didn't want to press too much because I was too scared. But now she's like way bigger. She's, how much are you?
16.
16 weeks, and we got to hear the heartbeat. And we went to the ultrasound at 12 weeks. The nurse didn't really let us hear it that much. She probably thought we heard the heartbeat at the 10 weeks when we did the prenatal. But they didn't show it to us because we had heard it at 8 weeks. But we didn't really get to hear it because we were there as an emergency, as you guys know. So this is was our first time hearing it, and I'm sorry you guys didn't see our reaction. We started crying, but we want to share it with you guys, how it sounds, because you can really hear it now. We don't have ultrasound gel, so I use coconut oil.